In the first exercise, we ask you to download the 64-bit VMware image that you will use for future exercises. And we provide a link to the Quick Start Edition VMware image that we want you to use. You are going to have to log in with an IBM ID. If you do not have an IBM ID, then you will go through the registration process in order to acquire one. Once you have set up your IBM ID, then enter it in as well as the password and click the Sign In button. This will then take you to a web page where you now have access to two VMware images that you can use. Now, please choose to download the cluster-capable VMware image. And that is because future exercises will require this particular image. Those future exercises will not work if you download the single node only VMware image. So select it, click Continue, and you will then be asked some questions about, do you want to be contacted by IBM? You can say yes or no, and it's also going to specify that you have agreed to the licensing requirements specified by IBM. Check that, and then click the I confirm push button. The I confirm push button will then take you to the web page where you can actually download your image. And you've got several options here. If you're running on a Windows system, then you will select that you want to download the image that is in a VMDK format. I believe that the OVF format is for images other than the VMware. And if you'll notice, it's in a 7Z zipped format, which means that you will need to unzip it, probably using 7-zip in order to get it to a runnable situation. So click Download Now. Specify whether you're going to allow or disallow the application. I'm going to allow it. And in my particular case, I have already downloaded this particular image, but you will then choose to actually download it, and once it gets to 100%, then you're ready to use some program to extract that zipped file. I'll close this out and close out my web. What I'm going to do now is to bring up and in my case I have actually downloaded both of these images, but we will then use some program like 7-zip, my suggestion. It's free. You can then go ahead and unzip the file into the various files required by VMware and extract it to whatever particular location you want. And then you can use VM Player, or if you actually have VMware Workstation installed, you could use it, but you can use VM Player in order to run the image. So after you have brought up your image, we'll go ahead and power on the virtual machine. If you get this message, which you probably will, just specify that you have copied it. And then it's going to go through a boot up process. And eventually you'll be asked to log in. You will log in with root. And the password is password. And then you're going to specify your language. Press PF10 to continue. And then you're going to be stepped through a variety of panels that are going to list out the licensing agreements. And just click Enter to indicate that you understand and that you accept. Once again, you're going to be asked for the password for root. Now, this allows you to change root's password. Please be aware that we assume in our exercise instructions that the password for root is still password. And then you'll reconfirm it. The password for BIadmin, we assume, is BIadmin. And then your system will go through the process of booting up and everything will be ready for you to start doing your exercises.